Hi YouTube, Ian Port here again, and today I'm going to detail the three crimes that I've been charged with. Three very grievous crimes, exaggerated crimes, false crimes, not true, but just show to the extent of what was levied against me. So one of the crimes were habitual abuse, psychological abuse against my ex-wife and also my two children. So basically I abused my ex-children with fanatical religious information and education, etc. I prohibited them from seeing their friends. I prohibited them from going to the beach. I prohibited them from watching things. I prohibited them from reading books. I banned them from all these various things, many of which, just about all, there was no evidence of whatsoever. Hence, the book Harry Potter became very prominent because that I did speak to my kids about and they put down themselves. But anyway, I was accused of everything. Also alienating my ex-wife from her friends, whether you can believe that. How can I alienate her from her friends? She's had friends for years. So many grievous things so that's one. Habitual abuse of the two children is incredible. And also my ex-wife, and psychological, mental, perpetrating violence, etc., etc. And then the second one, so for that, there'll be 3 years. 3 years, and also a €30,000 fine, 10,000 for each of them for abusing each of them. So 10,000 for the boy, 10,000 for the girl, 10,000 for my ex-wife. And then second, so that would be a 3-year sentence as well. And also not being able to see the children for another further 5 years. And I haven't seen them at this time now for 4 years. The children haven't spoken to me also for 4 years. There's been a ban on it, and it's created them a huge psychological stuff going on in England. In Spain, the Spanish system was only involved with the children for a few months, and everything was pointed at me to say, yeah, you caused this, you caused that, you caused that, and nothing justified. But in England, social services have been working with the family for years, and the problem has escalated to serious levels that they've had to contact me to try to find out what's going on, because they can't really believe and understand the stories that they've been given. So they wanted to hear something from me as to what took place. Why is there so much problems in England? The kids have been in England for 4 years. I've not had no contact with them whatsoever. The situation is worse. So, and the second crime is that harassment. So phone calls that was made, that I made to her, because that's the only way I could speak to the kids through her. I was accused of harassing her, making phone calls at different times of the day, etc. Harassment. So, and for that, with 2 years. So I made harassment to her, and that was 2 years. So 3 years for habitual abuse plus fines, and also more prohibition of not seeing the children, and then 2 years for harassment, phone calls made in harassment. And then the third crime charged with was perverting the course of justice. And so the charge that levied on me is that I knew that she had denounced me to the police, but then I came there deliberately to intimidate her, and I abducted the children at that time. But that was a time for me to visit them and to have the children on the weekend. But I was accused of abducting them and trying to get her to change her mind about denouncing, etc., etc. And for that crime, that would be 4 years, because I was trying to pervert the course of justice. So in total, the crimes that I was accused of, which I would be going to court to face, would be those three, as a total of 9 years imprisonment. Think about it, 9 years imprisonment. So I will go into a bit more detail later about some of those crimes, and also what took place in court and what happened. So at the moment, I have been sentenced. I'll tell you what the sentence is, but I went into court on those charges. So keep tuned. I'll be back with more.